Step number 2, once we have discovered their goal, their why, their purpose, and where they're heading, the next question here is, can you personally help them get there? Personally help them. Well, Clay, I don't know if I can help them. Well, the question is, have you been there? Have you been where they want to go? All right, maybe you haven't, but how about this? Have you had to overcome some of the obstacles that you know that they're going to have to overcome to get where they want to go? This is huge. Again, maybe they want to make $500,000 or $1 million and you haven't been there. Okay, that's fine. But chances are pretty good that you have had to overcome some of the obstacles that you know they are going to have to overcome to get to that point. So we have to understand, once we discover their goal, can I help them? Am I capable of helping them? Or are their goals pretty much separated from me and anything that I'm interested in? It's important. And again, I guess I should say here that it doesn't necessarily have to be a goal that you're interested in, but you have gone through struggles. You have overcome obstacles that you know are going to be along their way. Have you reached the goal yourself? And have you ever been in that place before where somebody comes up and they're trying to help you and guide you and do all that kind of stuff and you're going, shut up. You have no idea what you're talking about. As soon as they open up their mouth, you're going, you don't even have the language. You have to make sure that you have been there yourself, which again, we go back to the worker level, you have to be a producer. If you're not a producer, then as soon as you begin to ask people to come along, they go, why would I follow you? You suck, you know? We have to be a producer in this. If you want to reach the mountaintop, don't go to the tourist, go to the tour guide. Go to the guy that's been to the mountaintop, has found the success, and now is willing to come back and help other people get to the top of the mountain as well. I think Zig Ziglar talked about that. It's not just about you. Full purpose in life is not just about you getting to the top of the mountain. It's about you getting as many people as possible to the top with you. With you, there's that word again, with you. This is all about the team builder. So the question is, also as I said here, how will people know that you have been through struggles before? You know, how are they just going to know? Well, this is where we get into this whole thing of you've got to be vulnerable. As you move in this thing called leadership, and as you grow in this thing called leadership and gathering followers, one of the most attractive characteristics of a leader when people are looking at you is their ability to see themselves in you. Their ability to go, you get it, you understand, I will trust you because I see that you have been through similar things. You have had to overcome similar struggles. The characteristics that I'm going to have to get through this struggle, I can see where you have developed that characteristic in your life. So I'll trust you and I'll give you permission. Getting into some of these words with John Maxwell. That position level of leader, permission level, production level. And now we're getting into this whole thing of personal development. Can you personally help them? This is important here. I love this. Let's see, I think it's Lancioni. You might have read The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. Great book. The very first one, the base level dysfunction of a team, is when the leader is not vulnerable. The leader isn't vulnerable. So what happens is there is an absence of trust. The absence of trust is a dysfunction of a team. There is no trust because there is no vulnerability. So how are people going to know that you've been to the mountain? How are people going to know that you understand? How are people going to know that you can help them? Well, becomes very apparent when you allow yourself to be vulnerable. This is the stuff that we were talking about when we're saying, you know, if you're concerned about going and just asking them questions that might be a little intimidating for them, tell them about you. This is what I've done. This is where I've been. This is what I've gone through. These are some of the things, you know, I can understand right now that you're experiencing some stress. You're experiencing some difficulty. Let me tell you about a time where I was there. I remember there was a time where I was going through my divorce back in the mid-90s. And I mean, I was a shell, and I was going to a counselor. And the counselor was helping me out, and I was just, oh my gosh. I mean, it was a real sucky time in my life. And there was a day, I remember the picture when my counselor said, you know, Clay, I was divorced once. Oh my gosh. What? I thought you had it all together. You were a picture of where I was wanting to go. And you were telling me that you've been where I've been before? Oh, it was huge. It was huge for her to be vulnerable in that moment, to let me know that she had had a similar struggle. So I want to encourage you as a leader, as you begin to draw people to you, that this is a very key point. Can you personally help people with where they want to go? So that's going to require you growing. It's going to require you getting to the mountaintop and you spending time at that worker level, becoming a star employee, an A player in the company. Okay, are you willing to share your life with others in an encouraging way? So here we go. Next step, and this is huge. Step number 3. Big step here. Step number 3, can your company, all right, this is important. Can your company and this position help them reach their goal? Can your company okay? It's important for you to identify. Because again, if you don't identify this, then the person, that co-worker that you have, they will only remain with the company as long as they feel like their company is helping them move forward. But as soon as they feel like they are giving more to the company than the company is giving to them, then you will begin to get this thing called disengagement. You will begin to get this whole thing of people beginning to separate from the company. So you want to make sure that whatever these people have as a goal, it lines up, or some way your company, if they stay at the company will help them gain the skills, gain the tools, gain the connections, gain the networking, gain the finances, gain the resources that they need to help them reach their goal. Are the whys of the company in alignment with the whys of the people? Are the whys of the people in alignment with the whys of the company? So important to have that. If your company vision and purpose can't meet the whys of the employees, it will just be limited. It doesn't mean that it's not going to work and it's going to be a bad thing, but the company will just be limited to the degree that it will be able to keep the employees engaged, especially, catch this, especially in times of difficulty, in times of stress, in times of struggle. As soon as there is difficulty, the employee will disengage. A Gallup poll from 2015 I have here, only 1/3 of American employees are actually engaged at work. Some results come up if you add in also the actively disengaged, then that goes up to like 70%. 70% of the American workforce is disengaged at work. 23% of that is actively disengaged. I don't even know what that means, other than they are coming to work with the idea of, I'm not doing jack squat today. You know, they are actively disengaged. They have made the decision they are not going to do anything. You may know some employees like this, okay? But as a team builder, it's your job to prepare people for the difficulty before it comes. So how are we going to do that? We are going to ensure that their goals are in alignment with the company goals. The company can help you get there. I have some language here as you're asking, and prepare them with a mindset that will help them remain engaged in the midst of difficulty. So when they say, yeah, this is where I'm wanting to go, you begin to say, wow, this company can help you. This company can help you get there. It can do this, it can do this, it can do this. As a matter of fact, Frank over here, or even better, the company has helped me be able to do this, this, and this, which is very similar to what you're talking about. It hasn't been easy, but I've been loyal. I've remained here with the company, and it has helped me get where I want to get. So you ask them this question. Yes, this company can help you reach the goals. Would you like to be a part of this team? Or, as we are gathering some coworkers around us, We're saying, hey, this company can help you. What do you think, Bob? What do you think, Susie? What do you think, whomever you're talking with? What do you think? Would you like to be a part of this group? Would you like to be a part of this team? And they'll probably do this with their head, probably doing the head nod, which is beautiful, okay? What you're getting when you get the head nod is they are beginning to lean toward you. I love that, okay? It's kind of a picture of when we are gaining influence with people, they actually begin to lean toward us. So we say, oh man, this is your goal, huh? Well, man, what would it be like? What would your life be like if you could reach that goal? Tell me about that. How would you feel? How would your wife, how would your spouse, how would your kids feel? How would that change things right now if you could reach that goal? Oh my gosh, with this, man, things would be fantastic. It'd just be great. And you're going, cool. This company can help you. This is how the company has helped me reach my goals. This is how the company has helped Bob. This is how the company has helped Susie reach their goals. And they'll be doing this. You'll say, would you be willing to be a part of this team? And they'll be nodding their head. And you're getting them. That's the step. This is important. Okay? That's a move right there, to get their head to nod. And then we're going to move to step number 4. Step number 4 is communicating the requirements. Now, the big difference here is, at this level, when you're telling them, oh, we can help you get there, their eyes are going to get big and they're all excited. They're all jazzed up. I'm going to get there. This is awesome. And they'll be nodding their head. And when you ask them, so what do you think? You want to be a part of this? Of course they're going to say yes. If you could get in this truck and it gets to all of your dreams and visions, do you want to get in the truck? Well, duh, yes. So many people will jump on board and mentally say, yes, I want to get on board. But at this point right here, we need to begin to communicate the requirements. And so here's what I do. And this is kind of a little Jedi mind trick. You know, these are not the 2 droids you're looking for, type of thing. And I love this, so follow this. It's important at this point for you to communicate the pace, the work, the outcomes. Okay, so here we go. First piece of this is we want to give them a doubtful look. When they go, yeah, I want to do it, we want to resist them with some doubt and kind of go, I mean, actually, did you hear that? I mean, that you actually want to do that. When I'm speaking across the country, this is what I'm doing with folks. Okay, everybody do that. Kind of squint your eyes, kind of turn your head sideways, because you got to doubt them. I don't know, because I haven't even told you the requirements yet. You're all excited to be a part of my team. You're all excited to be a part of the company. But man, I haven't really even told you the requirements. And I guarantee they'll lean more to you. So let me tell you. Let me tell you a little bit about what these requirements are. Okay? So again, doubt. I haven't even told you the requirements. So let me tell you the requirements. And at this point, you begin to talk to them about what is required. Maybe you go over to the company core values. Say our core values are integrity, all right, excellence, loyalty. You just get into those words. You explain what those words are. Our pace here is fast. There's expectations that are here. Production is a core value that we have. Producing results, all of those are core values. You begin to communicate to them the core values in the company. And again, the idea, as you communicate the core values, you're doing it through the lens of, I don't know. Whether it be the core, as you are drawing them toward the core values of the company. I don't know. You sure you want to do that? You sure you want to do that? Now, tell me the last time you have told somebody that you wanted to do something and they have doubted your ability to do it. Did that make you shut down and go, well, you're right, I probably can't do it. I'll just go over here. Or are you like me? Oh, as soon as you begin to doubt that I can do it, dadgummit, I'm going to do it. And I begin to press in. See, that's the type of people that we want on our team. That's an A player. An A player, when you begin to doubt them and say, I don't know if you're going to be able to make it through the eye of the needle. I don't know if you're going to be able to go through the training that it's going to take. You know, yeah, you want to be the champion of the world, but are you willing to come to practice every day? Yeah, you want to lose 25 pounds, but are you willing to diet and exercise? Yeah, you want to have all this money, but are you willing to cut back? Are you willing to go through the sacrifice? That's what you're doing here. Here, you're just talking about the wonderful mountaintop. and you're getting them excited, but here you actually communicate the struggle. You actually communicate the difficulty.